Hey, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light rejection technology game. I'm gonna have to change how I say that really soon because, as you notice, that our not gamer, but our YouTube channel name has changed, and the reason why is because we got some other projects that we're working on that's actually gonna be wrapped around that particular name for the YouTube channel. We're in the process of actually building another website. So we have one website already under Crystal Edge, and it's another website being built. And this is basically going to be catered to our gamers. So yes, there is another website in process being built. And this website is being designed for our gamers. And like I said, we have our contracts, keep in mind, but we wanted something separate from the contracts where we can basically keep ties with our customer base, because I really like that part of my job. So the contracts will be dealing with Crystal Edge Technology screens, and the website will build separately, which is going to have the same name as you see right now under the Supreme ALR Technology screens. It's going to be set up so we can customize screens and stuff like that, strictly away from the contract and leaning more toward our customer base. All right, because I do know for a fact that in some of these contracts that we have, they may not be able to cater to our customers, which is not good. So they're going to cater to bigger companies. So with this separate website, we're going to be building and designing and getting ready for this particular site. This is going to allow us to be able to deal with our customers on a personal note. All right. Right now we are having a promotional sale on the 2 quarts of the Gamer Paint. I'm sorry, not 2 quarts, my fault. 1 quart of the Gamer Paint that will come with a blackout cloth, 16 feet of LED lights, and 1 quart that will paint up to 100 inch to 120 inch. Sorry, it's early in the morning. I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning, so go. So right now, this is my Gamer Paint I'm displaying right now. I was going to do this on a pre-recording, but I felt better that I'll do it basically live. All right, so yes, we have right now this is available now. We're going to have 200 in the shopping cart. It will come with free worldwide shipping. Those of you that are worrying that we're not going to ship to you because you're overseas, no, we will ship this to you overseas, not a problem. So as I said before, 1 quart of the Gamer Paint that will paint a screen size of 100 inch to 120 inch, a row of LED lights, which I have, not these are chasers, but the ones I have linked all over the place. And here, these are all LED lights. That'll come with that. Now the LED lights do come with remote controls. They come with the IRs, which means allows you to plug them up and connect them to the remote controls and connect other LED lights to them. They do have the dimmers and all the cool stuff on them. This is a remote control right here if you're not familiar with them, right there. So you get free LED lights with it. You get a free blackout cloth with it, and it comes with free worldwide shipping. All right, so that is going to begin today. On the website, we only put 200 in on the shopping cart. Usually we did like 50 and 60, then we had to keep coming back in and keep reloading the cart over and over and over again because the paint was selling out. So this time we're going to put 200 in right from the door, and then bottom line is later on we may just jump that number, because usually if the sale goes well, we just jump the number so everybody can get their hands on it. So like I said, throughout the summer you're going to see promotional deals pop up. But as I said before, the reason why the change for the name on the YouTube channel is because it's a part of another website that's being constructed so we can basically cater to our customers, because I do know for a fact today or yesterday, actually more like yesterday, that the contract that we signed is not going to be able to cater to our customers. They're just going to cater to big companies. So with that being said, this is the reason why we're going to design another dedicated site. Now this dedicated site will have nothing to do with the contract. It will have nothing to do with, it won't have anything to do with the contract, because due to the fact, since it has nothing to do with the contract, it makes it, and the way I can put this in a business term, a way of better understanding. All right, so bottom line is the paint that they're going to be selling is Supreme 8, all right? So if they sell 200 gallons or maybe 100 gallons to a company, that company may go over their head and hit our website and say, hey, look, we'll order straight from you. Why we're going to mess with these guys? We don't want that. And that basically goes against our contract. So it's not good. So what we have to do is, in order to build the confidence with people who we're signing contracts with, we have to guarantee them that no one can step over top of them and order behind their back. So that's why that particular site under Crystal Edge will have password protection. So that way the only people can get access to that site will be people that have those contracts. Now keep in mind, this is not going to be happening anytime soon. So if you want to order from the website, it's not a problem now. That's not going to happen anytime soon. All this still, there's still orders being taken by other companies and contracts being set by other companies to get ready to make these big orders, but nothing's set in stone yet. So this gives you enough time to come in, check out the promotional deals on the website, check out the Supreme 9, check out the wallpaper. All that's going to be on the website right now. Now, once we get the other site built, then we'll be transferring everything over from there. I think the transfer will probably go through, and it's not going to be anytime soon, probably somewhere at end of summer. The transfer will go through for us to start getting ready to design a whole new market line of technology to fill the website for our customer base. Because like I said, these other contracts are not going to be dealing with our customer base. They're looking for bigger companies to do like 50 gallons, 100 gallons, 200 gallons, 500 gallons in that category. So like I said, because it was because of y'all, let's put it this way. It's because of my customers is the reason why I have my company. So me basically just going strictly distributorship, that's abandoning the very people who helped me build my company to begin with. So that's why we are going to go in and we're going to design a separate website where we can develop some really cool stuff with very affordable prices that everybody can afford. And then that way we can deal with our customer base personally. All right, so that's what I wanted to put out. I had it in the last demonstration, but the demonstration came out so gritty and so bad that I had to delete the video. And this time around, I was able to come back in and just tell you along with that with the sale. All right, and we're going to have free worldwide shipping. And when we get the new site developed and built up, like I said, it'll be around September, so around the time, end of summer. When all that's done, we'll be able to have a really good, actually my corporate license should be activated. And with my corporate license being activated, that means I will get amazing discounts with FedEx and UPS. And this will allow us to be able to ship entire projection screens overseas, which should be pretty cool. Really, something I really wanted to do. All right, so, but right now you can order from the website. And like I said, this is where we're having the promotional sale on the website. So I told you as we go along, we're going to be adding these little promotional deals that you can go in and you can get the paint for a very good price. All right. Later on, I'll probably come back in. Sorry about that. Later on, I'll probably come back in because I got to get to the post office real quick. Post office around here closes pretty early, and I got packages that have to go out. If you did place orders, don't worry, your orders are going out. Probably if your order doesn't activate or tracking number doesn't activate today, it will activate on Monday. So that's why we're trying to get everything out today as fast as possible, so we can get everybody taken care of. This summer, we're going to be doing outdoor projection screen setup, so that's going to be freaking cool. So we're going to do some inflatable screens, some grommet screens, some other cool stuff we're going to be working on. That's basically about it. Later on today, I'm going to be showing you how to get 140 to 150 inch screen. I've done it before on an Optima GT 5600. I had the other one downstairs in the basement, and we're doing about 150 inch downstairs on the 200 inch painted wall downstairs. All right, with that being said, I got to finish printing out orders. I got to get down to the post office. The Gamer Paint, 1 quart Gamer Paint promotion is activated now. So you can go to shopping carts, you can pick that up if you're interested. And I have to, I want to do a little gaming before I get out the door. Actually, I was gaming right now. And I just wrecked a tree in the process. So in the mind, I was actually gaming before I got into this. But I'll just play a little bit real quick. This is the Gamer Paint in action. So you can see exactly what it looks like. And for those of you that are asking me about the size of my screen is approximately about almost close to about 135 inch. This is painted directly onto the wall because there was no way in the world I was going to build a frame and stick it in this room. It would have never fit through the door. So I decided to paint most of the wall. And right now I'm using a 720p short throw projector. And paint does have ambient light projection technology, which means I can play with the lights on if I choose. I am having a rough time here. Is that a ramp? Oh, that is a freaking ramp. I must have passed that board 4 or 5 times and didn't even know there was a freaking ramp there. Okay, I'll get it the next time around. Oh, that would have been sweet if I landed that. I tried to get the little stunts off the ramps. All right, lights off. It is really sad that majority of this stuff that I build, I never get a chance to enjoy. And I thought about it this morning when I got up. I had several large, actually last year, I had several large projection screens in my backyard, and I've never sat down and watched a movie on any of them. I'll do a demonstration for YouTube or Facebook, and then I'll pack it up and go in the house. And that's it. I think the only screen I use the most is this one and the one downstairs in the lounge, or theater room / lounge. Those are the only ones that I use. Other than that, my big screens outside, I don't even use them like that. So I think this year, I'm going to enjoy my screens. I'm going to go sit in the backyard, pop me some popcorn, and just enjoy some of the big screens in the back. And hopefully, if I can get the network, because right now, I might have to pay a little extra to get, oh, I didn't know there's a ramp up here. I'm going to have to get, hold on, I'm coming up on this ramp, which, for some reason, I watched the game end. Yep. I got to replay that game again. There's like 4 or 5 ramps I didn't even know were up there. But anyway, so this year, I'm going to try to get some real serious network hubs in the backyard so I can broadcast live in the back so you can see the massive screen for building back there, because you got to see these 4K projectors we're looking at, man. We got these. I'm down to, man, these things are not cheap. So if I figure I might only be able to get 2 of them. 4 might not be in the picture. The Ultimate GT, not the Ultimate GT, the ViewSonic PX747 is like $900 now. And one of the projectors I was looking at was about $7 grand. But after that, I don't think I'm going to get too many of them. But at least if I can get 2 4Ks, that'd be nice. But one's going to have to be ultra short throw, and the other one's going to have to be like a short throw, and they're both going to have to be lasers. I never had a laser ultra short throw projector before, not in 4K. And another thing I was looking at getting is a CRT. You know, CRT. I've been wanting a CRT for the longest time. The only problem is every time I find somebody on freaking on eBay, like, it's a good price. They had a Sony up there for like around $600, but the shipping charges is freaking insane because they got to ship it by freight, and these things are huge. It's like the size of a mini refrigerator. So I'm trying to get one. I'm trying to get one if I can get one. So bottom line is most of them are B and C, so I have to get something called VGA to B and C. Hold on for a minute. So I guess I can show you this really quick because I'm trying to get as much as I can in before today, because like I said, I'm going to be busy today. I'm still doing tests on the smoke. So we got a lot of entries on the smoke. People are asking us, what other ways they're going to use it for. Mostly I think that stuff is going to be used for a storefront property because, like I said, that screen took a direct hit from sunlight. And I was really surprised on that myself because that's the first time we actually put it under that kind of pressure. And I was really surprised on that it took that direct hit like that. But today, if we get some sunny weather, which I'm hoping for, I need sunny weather now because when we did the demonstration on the deck with the Panasonic 1600, I was hoping to get some sunlight out there so I can have direct sunlight hitting the screen and I can nail it with maybe 43 or 1600. But let me show you what I got going on. These are the orders going out today. I got to get them out of here real quick. Let me show you what's going on today. So I was on a forum site. We're talking about that VAVA or VAVA projector. I think it's VAVA. And why a lot of people are attracted to that particular projector because it's supposed to give you like a 150-inch screen. Keep in mind, you could do that with an Optima GT 5600 because a lot of people look at the Optima GT 5600 and the first thing they say is, well, that's not possible because Optima GT 5600 ultra short throw projectors are only designed for 100 inches. That's not true. On a white or gray screen, if you try to do that at 140 or 150, the screen's going to deteriorate. Keep in mind, you're talking about a white or gray screen, something that's not going to pick up contrast and proper color. If you have the lights on, then you're going to have more of a struggle. So the reason why they have it at 100 inches, that causes the screen to shrink to a certain size. It causes the pixelations to squeeze tighter together, and it gives you a much sharper, more vivid picture. All right. But if you try to expand it over that mark of 100 inches, then the picture is going to deteriorate. This doesn't happen with black technology because black technology not only produces more contrast, but it gives you more brighter and a better image than what you're going to get off a gray screen. And because of that, you can expand the picture size bigger than 100 inches. I'll show you. So downstairs in the basement, I have the Optima GT 5600, and it's actually hooked up to my 200-inch screen. So there it is downstairs. If the signal breaks up, I do apologize. There's a little light coming into the window. So that's at 100. We got light here. That's at 100 and I think it's 140 inches right there. About 140 inches. Let me see what we got going on here. This is when I'm streaming it from my cell phone from downstairs. I love freaking Chromecasters, man. I love them. I've never had an Amazon Fire Stick, but I think I might purchase one. There we go. That should be changing over. Should have changed over. There we go. Have to cancel the whole thing. Come back in again. Do it again. There we go. Day is Saturday, so usually on Saturday I'm watching cartoons. Cartoons and cereal on Saturday. But I gotta get to this have to get to the post office to drop off packages. And if we get a day with no rain, which I'm hoping we don't, I can bring the smoke back outside because I have to see that thing get hit from direct sunlight. I mean, we already did direct sunlight through the window, but I want to see it take on direct sunlight with nothing around it. So there's the screen at 100. I think it's about 140. I got to measure this out. It's 100, around 140, probably close to about 150 inches. There's my Optima GT 5600. And as I told you before, when you're using black technology, the Supreme 8 right now. Sorry about that. I'm using a Supreme 8. It allows you to be able to go out the boundaries of 100 inches, and you still would be able to maintain a very sharp picture. Especially with it being painted on stucco. This is actually a stucco wall. So my wall is stucco. A lot of people ask me, what can you paint this on? You paint this on just about anything you want. This is all stucco. So a lot of people are attracted to that VAVA or VAVA, whatever projector. I don't know the proper name for it, but it's VAVA, VAVA. I'm saying it wrong correctly. I do apologize. But that projector promises you a 150-inch screen. You can get that from an Optima GT56 with no problem. The only problem is you can't do it on a gray screen and you can't do it on a white screen. But on our black technology, we can pull it off. And somebody said, well, that's not possible because the image will become distorted. No, the image becomes distorted if you're doing it on a gray and white screen. Keep in mind, even on a gray and white screen, if you try that in a fully lit environment, like I said, contrast is going to fail, color is going to fail on a gray and white screen. These screens can produce images outside, which I've done quite a few times. So if I can produce an image outside, something that a gray and white screen can't do, that means I don't have to worry about my picture becoming distorted if I actually go beyond the boundaries of 100 inches. And also, too, keep in mind, for those of you who have those projectors, let me explain something to you about those projectors. If you don't believe me, I'll put a link at the bottom of this video. And in this video, actually not video, it was actually a Facebook conversation that I was having with one of the owners that designed this projector. A lot of you know, I was on the Facebook fan page when the projector first came out. And they stated in that conversation that the projector was native 1080p. Not 4K. It uses pixel shifting. That's what it's using. A form of pixel shifting technology. Pixel shifting is not 4K. Some people want to swear up and down it's 4K. It's not. It's not native 4K. Native 4K is 4K. If you go to any projector site, you look up any 4K projector that's legit, it will give out the pixel, pixel count of that projector when it shows 4K. Any website that you go check out a projector and it shows no pixel count, it's not the real deal. Now, if you go to that particular site, it'll tell you that it won't tell you the pixel count. It just says plain 4K. That's it. That's all it says. So some people think because, and it's the most crazy thing I've ever heard, that they actually think this is 4K. So what you're trying to tell me, and I'm trying to explain to you, you're trying to tell me your system has the ability to magically reproduce pixels that add up to a 4K resolution. No, what they do is they basically take the pixels and they compress them tighter together to make a sharper, more vivid picture. That's all it is. It's not 4K. Now, if 4K didn't exist, say 4K never existed, there's no such thing as 4K. It didn't even exist, okay? And all we had was pixel shifting. Then I could understand. I could understand that, okay? But in this decade and time where we have 4K, 8K, 16K, we have all these different forms of high resolution on projectors, and you mean to tell me you're still using pixel shifting technology for what? You don't need it. So that tells you right there, that's an overpriced product that basically is not worth the price tag. Now, since it is native 4K, native 1080p, the Optima GT56, which I showed you in the basement, that projector right there is 3600 lumens at 20,000 contrast. I don't know what the contrast is on that VAVA projector because they don't display it. As for being 6,000 lumens, that's a lie. There is no way in the world that projector, and I've seen a video on YouTube where the guy was hitting the white wall and the image was coming up really, really dim. How is the projector coming up that dim when it's 6,000 lumens and it's sitting less than a foot away from a screen? Now, how do I know this? Because I have majority of their customers contacting us, asking us, is the projector compatible with our screen paint? I've been through this multiple times with their customers that will come over and ask me, the color doesn't pop, the image is too dark, it's not bright enough. 6,000 lumens now, it's not bright enough. They have contrast issues, color issues, all kinds of stuff with these screens. And the only reason why people buy them because they have you fixated on the fact that you can get 150 inch off this projector. I did it downstairs on an Optima GT5600 that cost me $1,100. Right now, an Optima GT56 would cost you $900. So pretty much when you buy these projectors, you just bought a knockoff version of a somewhat 4K, that's not really 4K, and you just paid $3,100 for a 1080p projector. Lie to you not. That's pretty much what you paid for. So look. I'm going to show you something real quick. That's pretty much what you paid for. $3,100. I knew a guy who had 4 of them. He had 4 of these projectors. I felt so bad for him. I actually copied and pasted this, actually the conversation that I had on that fan page with them. Eventually, they finally broke down and told me what the projector's specifications really were. So we explained it multiple times. We don't support them, and we don't. We don't support those projectors because the specifications are fake. It's not the real deal. The lumens are fake. Something's wrong with them. And I had people who bought those projectors and complained that they couldn't reach customer support on them. All right, here you go. So this is the conversation. Let me remove this real quick. That I had in the room. Other people owned the projector. Let me remove this real quick. You can see this for yourself. I don't know if this is going to break up or not. I'll do this in a pre-recorded stream just in case if it doesn't come out. And this is the conversation I was having with them on Facebook. I copied this right here, so when I have this conversation again, I can explain to people. This is me right here. having the conversation, telling them that the projector has 4K images right back and forth. But this is what they say. The VAVA is a 1080p projector with pixel shifting 4K projector which can receive and display 4K images. Has a single chip DLP, which is pixel chip from 1920, and it's saying it actually changes over to 3840. That's bull. That is freaking bull. So, bottom line is, you're explaining to me that you have a pixel generator. That projector has the ability to generate pixels. It's 1080p, and it has the ability to generate pixels to equal up to 4K. Or if you're saying that you're compressing the pixels tight enough that they look like 4K. So which one is it? Are you basically generating new pixels, which would equal up to 4K? Or are you squeezing them tightly together to give it the illusion that it could be 4K? So that's why I kind of drilled into him by saying, no, dude, you're wrong. You're telling me it's 1080p. Why is it native 1080p? Shouldn't it be native 4K? Why would you start the bottom base at 1080p and then say we can change it over to 4K? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. But I mean, look, if you don't believe me, I'll put it down. You can read through it. I mean, that's what they say right there. It's a 1080p projector. Pixel shifting 4K. With pixel shifts from 1920 to 1080p to 3840, 2160. So you're telling me that this projector is shifting the pixels so tight together that they give that it looks like it's a 4K. That's not native 4K. It says right there, it's a 1080p projector right there. 1080p. So you paid $3,100 for a 1080p. Guess what? If I buy my 4K projectors, when I get them this summer, when I buy a 4K projector, it's going to say 4K. That's what it's going to say. Not 1080p pixel shift to 4K. It's going to say 4K. That's it. That's going to be 100% true 4K projector. So pretty much, you could have came out cheaper if you just bought an Optima. Because if you were so big and fixated on the 150-inch screen that they were showing you, bottom line is, there's technology and a projector that would have cost you $900, you could have pulled off the same effect but better because, heck, you're paying for a 1080p projector anyway. On top of that, on that projector, it never shows what the contrast ratio is. I've never seen specifications on it, and I have looked. So at least think about it. The Optima GT5600 is 3600 lumens. That's what it is. This is claiming to be 6000 lumens. It's not even close. All right, with that being said, like I said, sales already on the website. Please, before you buy, read through the policies that we have on the website. Also, too, we have a list at the bottom of projectors we do support, all right? If your projector is not in that category, I advise you, do not buy the screen paint, okay? Like I said, I got bills to pay like everybody else, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to persuade you to buy something that's not going to work right with your projector. So if your projector's not on that list, don't buy it. If you have time, give me a call. I'll probably try to find a merchant on eBay that will get you a projector for a good price that will be compatible with the screen paint, and then you can go from there. Other than that, if your projector's not on there, I advise you, don't buy it. All right, gotta go. Thank you all for your time, and God bless.